Welcome to Joint Active Systems, and thank you for choosing Jazz to regain your range of motion. This video serves as a visual guide for taking the measurements required when ordering Jazz elbow devices. You will need a tape measure and a Jazz measurement form, both available from your Jazz representative. These measurements will be used to fabricate custom cuffs for your Jazz elbow device to assure an accurate fit and optimal performance. Thank you for assisting us in this process.
First, a positioning note. Take all measurements with the elbow flexed as far as possible if the patient will be using their device for both flexion and extension. Take all measurements with the elbow as straight as possible if the device will be used in extension only. Measurement A is the circumference at the widest part of the patient's bicep. When taking circumference measurements, make sure you lay the tape over the body part. Do not pull tightly. Measurement B is the circumference at the widest point of the forearm. Measurement C is the circumference taken 1.5 inches above the ulna styloid, the bony protrusion on the outer side of the wrist. Measurement E is the length of the upper arm starting from the axilla or underarm at the point where the upper arm meets the pectoral muscle. From there to the medial epicondyle or bony protrusion on the inside of the elbow joint. This measurement is taken on the inner side of the arm. Measurement F is the length of the upper arm starting from the axilla or underarm to the crease of the elbow. This measurement is also taken on the inner side of the arm. Measurement G is the length of the forearm starting from the elbow crease to the ulna styloid, the bony protrusion on the outer side of the wrist. This measurement is taken on the outer side of the forearm. Measurement H is the length of the forearm starting from the lateral epicondyle, the bony protrusion on the outer side of the elbow joint, to the ulnar styloid. Once you have completed the Jazz measurement form, fax it to the number provided, and thank you again for choosing Jazz.
Welcome to Joint Active Systems, and thank you for choosing Jazz to regain your range of motion. This video is a tool to guide you in correct use of your Jazz device. Please follow the device settings and instructions given to you by your Jazz representative or therapist at your initial fitting. Let's get started with Jazz, the quick, easy, and pain-free way to restore joint motion.
Prior to each Jazz elbow session, place the drive arms in the correct flexion or extension position depending on the direction you are stretching in. To set the pins for extension, for example, pull the pins, align the drive arms with the extension holes, and replace the pins to secure the drive arms in place. You must have both drive arms in the same setting on both sides each time you use the device. 2. Choose a comfortable position to carry out your Jazz session. Sitting is recommended, but lying down is also fine. You may rest the base of the device on your lap, at your side, or on a table, so long as your shoulder and arm are relaxed. When placing your arm in the device, align the tip of your elbow over the center of the base. The therapy knob should be on the inside. Your forearm can be rotated in the position that is most comfortable for you. Now rotate the therapy knob so that the angle of the device matches your elbow's comfortable end range of motion without straining, and both cuffs make contact with your skin. This step assures that the device is in the correct starting angle to begin your jazz session. Now feed the straps through the D-rings on each cuff and secure so they fit comfortably snug. You should be stationary and relaxed while using your jazz device. You may choose to read, watch TV, or use your computer, for example, but avoid getting up or walking around once you get started. Doing so will significantly lessen the effectiveness of your jazz therapy. When you are working in flexion at angles greater than 95 degrees, you may find that the upper cuff becomes tight or that the upper and lower cuffs collide. If this happens, simply loosen the upper arm straps, move the cuffs out of the way, and resume your session. Congratulations, you're ready to begin your jazz stretching session. View the jazz use video for this device next. For additional help after watching these videos or at any time, you may call your jazz representative or our technical support department at 1-800-879-0117. First, find a comfortable position to carry out your jazz session. Sitting is recommended, but you may lie down as well. Rest the device on your lap, at your side, or on a table, so long as your shoulder and arm are relaxed and supported. It is important that you are stationary and relaxed when using your jazz device. To start your session, turn the therapy knob until you feel a gentle, pain-free stretch in the direction you are working. Think of stretching on an intensity scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is no stretch at all and 10 is a painful stretch. You want to set the device to where you feel a stretch level of 2 to 3. It is very important never to stretch beyond the point of comfort during jazz therapy. Too strong or painful level of stretch will be counterproductive. Now leave the device in that position for 5 minutes. During this time, you can read, watch TV, or do anything you find relaxing. After 5 minutes, reassess the level of stretch you feel. Has the intensity of the stretch noticeably decreased? If it has, rotate the knob until you feel a stretch level of 2 to 3 again. If the stretch intensity has not changed, leave the device in the same position. And lastly, if the stretch intensity has become strong or uncomfortable, turn the knob back until you feel a comfortable stretch level of 2 or 3. Now sit back and hold this position for another 5 minutes. Repeat this process of adjusting the device every 5 minutes for a total of 30 minutes. You will be performing a series of 6 5-minute stretches during each jazz session. After approximately 30 minutes, turn the knob back until you no longer feel any stretch. Then remove the device. You're almost finished. It is very important to do a cool down following each jazz session by gently moving your elbow joint back and forth for a few minutes. That's all there is to it. 30 minutes, 3 times a day. You're well on your way to an improved range of motion and a better quality of life.